Hello, Maurieo shares number 001, Flipping Reflections. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the greatest tutor of all? Hello, hello, welcome. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to share some of my thoughts and ideas with my peers. I welcome that opportunity. Over the years, I've been to a lot of situations where people have shared this, that and the other thing. And two of them, which have repeatedly occurred, have always stuck in my core. One is where I've gone along and been told in a 2-hour workshop or lecture that the attention span of students is X minutes. Sort of somewhat counterintuitive, I would have thought. If you can't tell me within 10 minutes, then you've lost me. And the other one is, of course, using the whiteboard and marker to explain how to use technology while I sit in front of a blank screen where the supposed technology exists. Invariably, when we start the technology, it fails. So I vowed and declared that I would do everything possible not to be or replicate these role models, shall we say, for lack of any better word. So there's two things that I'm interested in at the moment, or that are in my field of view, and they are, first of all, the flipped classroom. I'm very interested in that and have been doing little things to try and bring that into my teaching practice. And the other thing is the reflections. So I'm not the best typist, and I see that in the latest My Plan we have to do reflections, and I'm not the best typist, and I find writing painful. I can talk, but writing it down and getting it right and things like that, I find that very painful process. It takes a lot out of me. So I thought there must be a better way, or at least another way, or to follow my philosophy, if you can't be clever, be different. And then it came to me. I was out in the field and I was thinking about what I was doing, and I thought, this is a reflection. So I got my cell phone out. G'day. Hello, Maurieo, reflections from the field. I've been wondering. And so my first reflection was born. And, well, here it is. Hey, reflections from the field 6. I've given some further thought to the whole traversing thing and the fact that I've got my engineering surveying class coming up next semester. I was wondering, really, I might be better placed to position one more mark around the survey shed so that I have 4 marks that I could use where students could be quite close at hand to practice things. Well, that's a snippet of it anyway, so you get the idea. It also inspired me to get a haircut as well, which was perhaps well needed. Now, the next item, well, that's my idea for reflection, and I've done about 8 or so now and posted them to my plan folder. So yeah, and I intend to sort of maybe review them from time to time and report back on progress and things like that. So I've found that I think it's going to, well, it's going to work for me. I don't know whether it's going to work for WinTech or not. Now, the other thing that I wanted to work on is the flipped classroom, and I've tried using a lot of video, and I've tried, well, asking my students to view stuff before they come to class with mixed results, and I don't think I'm actually tailoring the videos to the classes because I don't actually work in that manner. It doesn't quite, I don't have a task that's related to the video that they watch when they come to class. So I've been looking at various things with that, and that's what the intention of this little video is here, is to maybe to bring out some of those comments and some of that feedback. So I'm asking you to view this video before the meeting. So you are my pseudo students. And what I ask you to do is that if you've got a YouTube persona, or you want one, or a Gmail account, you can comment below the video here, which will prove that you've, well, at least seen 30 seconds of it, or up to this point where you've been asked to comment. So yes, so that's there. If that's not possible for you, perhaps just send me an email with some comments and things that I'll make available at the time. Now, the idea of this video is to generate some discussion around these two topics, the reflection and the flipped classroom. So what I'm going to do from here is just follow up with some random questions for you to think about, and then hopefully that will generate some discussion and things like that. Please feel free to critique in the harshest possible way what I've done here, because I know there's some holes in what I do, and that will in itself will generate discussion. So don't be nice. don't hold back, because that's the intention. I'm not saying the flaws are intentional, but they're where I'm at the moment. So yes, I'll now put the questions up next, and then wind her up. All right, let's take a look at these questions. So the first question up is, does video reflection meet the My Plan requirements? I certainly hope it does, for my sake, because I don't want to become that keyboard warrior writing all this reflective stuff. So, but well, I just come up with it out of the blue, so it may not, and I'm relying on my peers to maybe agree or disagree or challenge or whatever. We'll see. I'll be a bit disappointed about my 8 reflections that I've done to date, but never mind. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that get in the way. So, the next question. Did you watch the video before the meeting? Be honest. Now, what I'm hoping is that you will have commented below the video or sent me an email, so I'll have a bit of an idea there. What I'm getting at here is, well, if you didn't watch it, how does that feel in the situation? How does that feel? I don't quite know at this stage how I'm going to deal with that at the time. Will I show the video? I was hoping to keep the time down, but I can see it's creeping up to around the 10 minutes. So maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see how we can do that. The second thing is, for those of you that have watched it, how does that feel? How are you looking at the guys that hasn't watched it? Because these are the dynamics that your students experience. Is this good? Is it bad? Can we work with it? You know, there's no internet at my place. I haven't got a device. How many excuses can we come up with? This is the question. Do we have the time, knowledge, skills and technology for flipped teaching? I mean, can we make the videos? Do we have the time? Myself, my circumstances, I have an interest in this sort of thing. I find it quite interesting, new things and that sort of thing. So I've gone on and got myself a few skills, and I'm gradually building up my skills in Photoshop, Premiere Pro, OBS, all of the various softwares. I'm using my laptop. I use my own webcams, microphones, and that sort of thing. So I've taken it on my own back to do it out of my own interest. But do we have all this stuff available? Is it possible to do these things? You know, that makes it hard. It's difficult. And obviously my expectation, because of my personal circumstances in terms of, you know, I don't have any children at home. You know, I have the time. I'm crazy. It helps. Yeah, we can't put the expectation. You know, I don't put my expectations on other people, because I know other people have different commitments and things like that. So the system has got to work around those, right, that sort of thing. So these all need to be thought about, so that we can keep it real for everybody. Is flipped teaching student-centered? Certainly it puts more load on the students for their learning. They've got to do the heavy lifting. The teacher, the oracle, the fountain of knowledge is now no longer standing at the front of the room spouting knowledge. They've got to find it themselves and work around and do stuff with it. And you do get a bit of pushback from this. I mean, one of the funniest complaints I get is students say, "Oh, you didn't teach me anything. I had to learn it all myself." Hello, that's what we're trying to do. Yes, so we need to think about it from that student-centered point of view, and how we can manage them to where we want them to be. And my final question: what do you need to take the next step along the flipped teaching journey? And all I can say is I'm happy to share my experiences with people. If you can put up with me, it does take time. It's has a few little idiosyncrasies along the way, and what have you. But yeah, I find it a lot of fun. I find it being able to just continually learn and build my skill set is what I enjoy doing. So yes, so thanks everybody for viewing my video. Hopefully, don't forget to get some comments back to me somehow, and we'll see you in the classroom. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the greatest tutor of all? Just look in the mirror, it could be you.